Kimbani Bani Watherong. Welcome to our beautiful Watherong country. This is Cat. I'm Jody, your host, and today we'll be cooking with the mob up in Melbourne, so let's cross over to Marlin.
Hello and welcome to the show. Today we have Shannon and Maxine from along the Murray River cooking some nice yellow belly.
Hi, we're a couple of Koori girls from the Murray, and I'm Maxine, this is Shannon, and we're going to cook a meal for you today from the Murray, and we'll tell you all about that. I'm looking forward to, cooking our Murray River fish today.
Yep.
Some nice yellow belly to cook.
I think we should start cooking, otherwise dinner's going to be...
Yeah, now we can gossip on for hours here.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to it. Well, we've just got back from the Murray, where we caught some beautiful yellow belly for our dish today. We just beat the rain. It's coming down like anything at the moment, and we'll be frying some of this lovely yellow belly. I don't know, there'll be some mouths watering just at the idea of that. So we better get underway. Oh gee, I better get this fish back in the fridge because we'll have to cook some vegetables first. So Shannon, what have you got in mind for the veggies?
Well, I was thinking that we would have a mixed mash of pumpkin, potatoes, apparently Desiree potatoes, from my expert cook here. Apparently Desiree is really nice in mash, and sweet potato. We're also going to have some steamed broccoli, beans and sweet peas. And we're also going to fry some zucchini with some onion in some olive oil. And we've got the parsley here as a garnish to go with the fish.
Our hunter-gatherer diet had lots of veggies and low-fat meat. A healthy food plate is like a hunter-gatherer diet. There's a quarter plate starch, which is your rice, your corn, potato bread and pasta. A quarter plate protein, which is your beans, tofu and your meats like roux, emu, fish and chops. And half a plate veggies. All your favourites like tomato, pumpkin, peas, mushies, lettuce, beans, carrots and cucumber.
Okay, as well as Maxine and myself, we've also got Tex here today. He's not very photogenic, he doesn't like going on camera very often, but he's quite distressed today because of the thunderstorm, so he's going to be wandering about making funny noises all throughout the cooking. Anja, there he goes.
Yeah, what sort of things do you cook, Shannon? You wouldn't have much time either, would you?
No, it's usually pretty easy food, either things like casseroles or spaghetti bolognese, chicken or kangaroo with steamed veggies.
I'd like to actually grow a veggie garden, that'd be good. Because, vegetables are expensive. And but I'm just not home enough to water the plants. But that would be good. That would be a good way to you know, just keep up a nutritional diet in between the fast food restaurants. No, I'm interested in traditional diet, but it's hard to get that sort of thing because it grows out in the wild. Don't get a chance to get out there much anymore. But sometimes, like with the rain, the latest lot of rain, all the little creeks and that around central Victoria anyway are full of like ribbon weed, which is great. Got fantastic tubers. It's like little potatoes about this big. 100 on each plant, so you can make a real feed out of it. But you got to have the time to get out of your car and go and dig it up. I don't have enough time. But yeah, and fish, like really love fish. Yeah, but not. I don't mind seafood, but I'm a freshwater girl. I like food from the Murray and that. But you know, once again, don't have time to go out and fish, and it's really hard to find any in the shops because it's all seafood. And
It's a different flavour.
totally.
If you need to have a cuppa or go to the Dillawa, now's the time. And we'll see you after the break. Hi, welcome back, and let's go and see what Maxine, Shannon and our special guest Tex have cooked for us.
We're going to do the mash and the zucchini and onion because both of them are going to take about 15 minutes to cook, while the fish and the steamed veggies will only take, about 5 minutes each?
Something like that. All right. In cutting these onions, it's good to. It's always good to wear glasses, and it kind of stops a lot of the tears.
That's a good hint, actually. I've never thought of that.
Alright, we'll cut it very thinly. You'll have to slice this as thin as you can.
I stay true to my culture. I am the urban hunter-gatherer. I am the urban hunter-gatherer.
I'm just going to slice the zucchini now so that can go in the pan with the onions and the olive oil.
Tex.
Once again, you slice these very thinly.
No.
Not too fast because unless you're really good at it. Now this should only take 10 minutes on a medium heat using olive oil. Putting together the zucchini and the onion. And that'll be a nice side dish with the fish.
I don't think we need this much sweet potato, but but you can never have too much sweet potato. But generally, I think it's a good idea to add the salt. Let people, like you said, add the salt later, because most people add salt without even tasting these days. There we go. Now I'm just going to go grab potatoes. And now, what do you reckon? Do you think these need to be peeled?
I like to look at them.
Yep. Cool. So we just need to chop up some potatoes. Maybe cut out a couple of these eyes. Not because they need to be, but just because they're a bit creepy.
You don't like eyes on your potatoes?
Don't like them watching me eat them. Do you?
No, I'm not into that sort of thing.
Okay, just need to put some water. Now, cooking mash is not an exact science. I think everyone has a different way of doing it. I tend to just boil the guts out of them. We're doing the green veggies, which we're going to steam. We've got snow peas. Want some?
No thanks.
Beans and broccoli.
Now I'm just chopping the stem of the broccoli. That's really just a snack while we're preparing the food. You can add it to the dish. It's the same as the rest of the broccoli, just most people throw it away, but it's actually very good for you. So it's a good idea to eat that as well. I can't say that how long anything's going to take, but an estimate is that it will be cooked within the program. That's all I can promise. Really. Had a few different careers. Yeah, and I'm at the State Library now, and I kind of gravitated towards the State Library because I wanted to research, traditional Aboriginal life. And what you get though is you get a white version of that in a way, because the people that recorded the stories from our ancestors wrote it down in their own way, so we kind of lose a lot, but you have to try and interpret it, and that affects, sometimes it's like a collision between, values, Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal values, and it can be really frustrating. But keep your eye on the prize and just remember what you're there for. And get the best out of it that you can, because you can really find yourself in a situation where you're just getting really hairy, getting really angry about the situation, and actually you might lose an opportunity if you allow that to sort of affect the way you interact with people, can get their backs up and that kind of thing. But really, we're there to just find out what we can find out for ourselves, take back to community and that. Now that's starting to get quite warm. So I put all this in together, it'll cool the pan a little bit too. We just stir that until the onion takes the oil up, and then you can just simmer it really for a little while. And I'll stir.
Yes? What you up to?
When you, I've just turned the onions up a little bit, so we want to get a move on. and so you can hear it sizzling a bit more now. It's probably time to put the zucchini in now because you can smell the onion quite well.
And the veggies are now bubbling over. I've just turned them down to a low heat. Oh, I'm going to move the mash, that's not mashed yet, onto the back burner so that Max is able to use the front ones for the fish.
But actually, I'll have to confess here, I'm fessing up. We actually got this fish from a Vietnamese fish shop in Victoria Street in Abbotsford this morning. And that's because, well, we're a long way from the Murray, and I know that they're the only people that seem to supply fresh fish to the public. So now I'm going back into the Murray and we'll start cooking our wonderful native fish.
So you call it yellowfin, but they were calling it Murray perch?
I call it yellow belly, because
because
that's what it's always been called, but it is a perch, and there's a number of perches in the Murray.
Yep.
Because I won't actually do anything to the fish. I'll just cook it as it is in the oil.
Gotta say, it smells amazing. So, when we got it from the fish place, that was 3 pieces and
3 actual fish, and so we had them filleted.
Yeah, and the heads removed.
Heads removed and tails. That's so, anyone who's a bit concerned about eating fish, they won't have to worry about it if you just have the fillets, because they've cleared away all the bone.
Before you put the fish in, I might put the water on for the veggies. You asked them to leave the skin on. Why is that?
Because you cook it first, skin down.
Yep.
And actually the skin's very crunchy. That's why I love the skin.
So you can eat the skin?
Oh yeah. It's a favourite part of the fish for me. Hope it is for you too. I could put that into a bowl. I generally use a smaller, what is this again?
Bowl.
A smaller zucchini.
Sounds like, looks like.
Yeah. And well, there's lots of different ways that we benefit community. Right. And I like what you're doing, I love what you're doing, like down in we're out at Monash, but the fact that you're applying yourself to your studies the way you're doing is bringing great benefit back to community.
Yeah.
I want to, acknowledge that, because that project that you're doing down in the Western District.
Because I have had a library background and working with collections at the Koori Heritage Trust, it was the realisation that whilst developing different protocols and access for Indigenous people, there's also a lot more that can be done in regards to collections and recognising Indigenous knowledge in different ways.
Yeah, that's right.
And I suppose in a way both of us are doing it in different ways. Me through research while you're applying it in a more practical way at the State Library. Of working in ways of recognising.
All right, you mob, stick around and we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to CatCat. Let's see what our deadly cooks are up to.
You can see that's starting to cook along the edges there. It's starting to go white around the edges. That means that's cooking quite well. I might just lift it a little to see. How's that?
Maybe a couple more minutes. Desiree's the potato's still a bit stiff.
Okay.
Technical term. So I'm using the old style mashing, which is possibly one of the reasons that I'm also like to make sure that all the veggies are cooked well through, and possibly cook it a bit longer than what you should. As you can see, because of the pumpkin, it's a lot softer than normal mashed potato anyway, so you don't need much milk in there to get it to go creamy. Put the veggies on, the water, as you can see, is boiling.
Now I'm just going to chop some parsley to add as a garnish to the food when we plate it up. So I'm just going to chop it the best way I know how.
Okay, we're almost finished. The food's almost ready, so we're about to plate up. Before we can do that, we just need to clear some space.
Okay.
Yep.
You won't believe the flavour of this fish. It's just so different to sea fish. So there we have yellow belly, just cooked in some oil in the pan.
As you can see, the skin's through it from the lovely Desiree potatoes. And here's our steamed veggies. Voila. Looks amazing.
That one looks the most amazing. So this looks fantastic.
I love parsley too.
Okay, so today we cooked the Murray perch or yellow belly, and the zucchini and onion in olive oil, the steamed vegetables, and the mash, which is potato, sweet potato and potato combination. So we're about to dig in. So, bon appetit.
See you later.
Thanks for watching. Maxine and Shannon have cooked a beautiful meal of yellow belly for us today, and don't forget our special MasterChef picks.